Doing it live. It says we're live, then that means we're live. Hi. Hi. I forgot to make a thumbnail for this one. So the thumbnail is just some random picture of Artax in his La Rosa bridle. Let me make sure what even is in the shot here. Okay. Turn my space heater off. Hi. Welcome to the live stream. It's the last Sunday of the month. I do a live stream on this channel. Oh, by the way, my name's Michelle. If you're new here, hi. Oh, Becca's here. Hey. If you're new here, I'm Michelle. Welcome to Unicorn Centaur, my YouTube channel for extra equestrians. And this is my monthly live stream. Today we are cleaning tack and talking about stress relief because this is a very stressful time of year for a lot of people. Well, oh, Sheila's here. Hey. All right, y'all, let me get into the chat. And I've got 2 bridles to clean and my boots. And my boots. How are y'all doing today? By the way, how's everybody doing? It's almost the holiday season. The cool holidays already passed. We've already had Halloween, but now it's time for the stressful holiday. So we're going to talk about stress relief today. Healthy and positive ways for stress relief. Some people clean tack for stress relief. This is my favorite thing in the entire world. Yes, I said that with my husband in the room. He's not a thing though. This is my La Rosa, Equus La Rosa bitless bridle. I love it so much. And it's time to clean it. I've been working Artax in this thing and it's time to make it clean and shiny. I've also got Sunny's bridle, which is just a hot mess. And my boots, which we're not going to even talk about how awful my boots look. They're terrible. So we're going to clean some tack. Restful. Good, good, good. Aw, little Bash turns 3 tomorrow. Eee. And Sheila says he knows. Scott knows his place and he's okay. Also, I have a new unicorn. Look, one of my friends from high school sent this to me. Can you read it? Read it. Leave a little sparkle wherever you go. I was like, oh, it's like a surprise gift in the mail. Like, yee. We're also going to do a little giveaway today. Not a huge giveaway. Well, this isn't the unicorn. I'm just going to give away a Unicorn and Centaur mug. This is the extra equestrians one. I had a cup of coffee in there. But the mug we're giving away will have the Unicorn and Centaur design on it. Excuse me. Hydration. Oh, I forgot to say, if you're clicking on this and you missed us live, I'm so sorry. This is a live stream. It's not edited. It's not a tutorial or anything. It's just the live chat and me and my husband off camera doing like a moderator thing. And we're just kind of hanging out and chatting. I do a live stream 4 p.m. Eastern time, last Sunday of every month. Catch us live next month. I do need to do a shout out to my patrons. One of the perks you get when you're a patron of this channel is that you get your name in the credits of all my videos and I give you a shout out on the live stream. So I wrote everybody's down in my new little unicorn notebook so I don't forget anybody because y'all know my brain. If you're not new here, you know my brain. And Becca and Sheila, y'all are not new. My unicorn tier patrons, that's like the top tier patrons. My patrons are Bonnie G, Rebecca C, Suzanne L, and Annalise J. They are my top tier supporters. And then the Centaur level, that's the mid-level supporters, are Rebecca and Evie, Sophie M, Bill S, and Rog Cast. And then the fairies, the fairy level, Neil C and Lila C. I do extras. As a matter of fact, I just did an extra video for Patreon and posted it up yesterday. Those are private videos that only patrons get to see. So let's see. Let's start by taking apart a bridle, shall we? I've got my Christmas tree candle. I don't have my Christmas tree up, but I have my Christmas tree candle. I also, where's my new... I'm going to change out the noseband on this bridle. This bridle has rings on the noseband so that you can attach a lunge line. But if you'll notice, one is already broken because Artax. He is precious and special, and he can pull back hard enough to break this. So I'm just going to take it off and put the other noseband on, which this one's already clean. So, hey, I already have one piece of clean tack. Hey. Cake top. Oh, blue painted heart is here. Yeah, Sheila. It said that you were not on there anymore, and I figured it was just something with your funds or something like that. So I didn't want to say anything and be a weirdo. But yeah, if you want to get back on there, girl, get back on there and watch some videos and get loved on by me. I mean, you're gonna get loved on by me anyway because you're Sheila. And blue painted heart is here. Hi, Alyssa. Good to see you. I cannot get this buckle off. Can't get this buckle off. All right, let's start with a different buckle. You know what? We're just going to start somewhere else on this bridle. So I'm going to take the bottom part of the noseband off because, you know, to clean your bridles, you have to take them apart first. I mean, you can just do a quick oiling job on your bridle, but I really want to get these bridles clean. I don't clean my bridles and my tack as often as I should. Don't judge me. So here's the bottom piece that goes under his darling little chin. Under his darling little chin. Okay, and then don't make them. I have a picture of how this goes back together. Don't make the mistake. Before I learned, I would just take the bridle apart and then I wouldn't remember like which holes were which and which piece went where. So if you're new to cleaning bridles, make sure you take a picture of your bridle before you take it apart so that when you're putting it back together, you can be, oh, right. That's where that goes. So a lot of people find cleaning tack very soothing. Can y'all see how dirty that is from Artax's little nose? He's a dirty little monkey, I swear. And I'm still in my barn clothes, so if I get dirty, this is what I went to the barn in this morning. Okay. Let me see if I can get these wheels off now. This is a bitless bridle. This is the one I got from Equus La Rosa from my dear friend Sylvie from Australia. This bridle came all the way from Australia. This is why I love this so much. It's a bitless bridle, and at first I was slightly terrified to ride Artax in this bridle because bits are traditionally like thought of like for control. You've got a piece of metal in the horse's mouth so that you can control him. But Artax is the exact same horse with or without a bit. He rides just the same in this bridle without a bit. He's ridiculous. It's not necessarily a good thing. Anyway, okay, so here's one of the cheek pieces. I love bridle pieces. They look so cool. And here is the hackamore wheel. Well, look at that rainbow. That is so pretty. Every time I put the bridle on him, I'm just like in awe. I'm like, I love this bridle. It's so, so pretty. Okay, there's another piece to clean. There. So anyone who's just joining the chat, how are you? The holiday season is upon us. I've got Loki here. If anyone needs kitties, Loki is in here joining us. And if you have a horse or if you ride horses, do you find cleaning tack soothing or relaxing? Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. Sometimes it feels like a chore. Sometimes, honestly, cleaning tack feels like a chore. And I'm like, which, I mean, if my brain thinks it's a chore, here's the other one. Aren't these pretty? Let's just look at them again. Let's just appreciate this. They're so pretty. They're so pretty. I love pretty shiny things. Okay, I'm just about got this entire bridle undone. And then we have another entire bridle to take apart. Yay, that one's a more traditional bridle though. This one doesn't have a traditional throat latch. And here, look, it says La Rosa on the top on this. It's got that wide piece for the top of the pole. I just love this bridle. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. Hang on, I'm going to check in with the chat. Trish is here. Hey. Bet it was my card expired. Oh, That happens. I had, my card is on file with places that I order things online with, and things that have recurring payments. And boy, once that card expires, they all want to get in touch with you. They're like, "Excuse me, we need to talk." I didn't, but yeah, I didn't want to be like weird about it. Be like, "Excuse me, blue painted heart. Got to take a dog for a walk. Be right back." Oh, that sounds fun. Joanna, yay! Haven't been here in a while. Usually only clean leather before show. So stressful. Well, if you're stressed out by cleaning tack, then maybe this is the wrong live stream for you. Or just let me know, what do you do for stress relief? Because there are different things that I do. And also it depends on the season. Like right now, because it's cold here, well, relatively speaking, I live in the South. But because it's cold here, hot baths are a big stress reliever for me. Like I'll do it even when I don't need a bath. I've had the reins removed from Sunny's Bridle. Like even if I'm clean already, if I get cold, if I get upset, if I get angry, I will go and here's this bundle. I will go and take a hot bath. And for me, I don't, who else, if you're a hot bath person, let me know if you do this too. I don't enjoy soaking in the bathtub, just like sitting in a big bowl of water. That's not what the stress relief is for me. I like the noise of the tub filling, the sound of the rushing water. There's something about that that is very stress relieving for me. So I will sit in the bathtub until it fills up. And then once it's full and the water is like running cold and I have to turn it off and I'm sitting there in the quiet, I'm like, well, I guess I'm done. And I'll drain the tub and get out. So I'm not one of those who soaks in the tub. So are you, let me know in the chat, are you a tub soaker? Or are you like me where you just like the rushing water sound? Here's Sunny's bit. I think bits look so cool. I love them. I've always been fascinated by them. All right, we'll put Sunny's stuff over here. We got our Texas Bridle over here and Sunny's Bridle over here. So got to take apart all of the things. Let's take the throat latch off. So yeah, hot baths are a big stress reliever for me at this point in my life, at this point in the season. I can't do it in the summertime though. It's just too hot. And if I'm already hot, I'm not getting in a bowl of hot water. Just no. I don't know. Like I just can't sit in there and soak though, even in the cold of winter. It feels like I'm soup. Like I'm just like it's people soup. I'm like, yeah, well, what else do we do for stress relief? I love working out for stress relief. I do workouts. I'll go for a walk. Even if it's cold outside, walking is a big stress relief for me. I also love my workouts that I love doing are step aerobics. I have an aerobic step and I will get in my living room and do step aerobics like it's the 90s. And I'm not kidding. I will do the Jane Fonda workout. I will do the Susan Powder workout. I'll do the Denise Austin workout. If you're old enough to know what I'm talking about, let me know in the chat. And if not, those were the big names in step aerobics in the 1990s. So, okay, I have Sunny's Bridle taken apart. So I really love working out. Okay, tack cleaning supplies. Let's see, I need a wet cloth I've got my water here. I just want a wet cloth to make sure I'm going to rub it all over the bridle pieces because I want to make sure there's no more dirt. There's no like loose dirt on there. This is really more important for my boots than my bridles because there's not a lot of like loose dirt on my bridle pieces. So, but just to make sure, here's our Texas headpiece. And here is a cheek piece with the throat latch. I really like on this La Rosa bridle, I like the throat latch I guess it's not a throat latch if it goes under his cheeks. A cheek latch? I'm not even sure what you would call it. But it's supposed to be an anatomical bridle that goes more with the horse's facial anatomy than a regular bridle. I'm not positive what that exactly means, but But the lady who made the bridle is like really into that kind of thing. So, because I don't know if you're not an equestrian, horses have a massive amount of nerves on their face. Their facial nerves, the whole system of nerves on their faces it's quite intricate. And according to some people, like where the bridle sits, like a horse can develop nerve problems if the bridle presses on these nerves in a way that impinges them. All right, hang on. I'm going to do Sunny's bridle now. I wiped all the pieces down. So here we go with Sunny's. This isn't exactly bling. I need to get one of those blingy brow bands with like the rhinestones and stuff on it. Sunny's not really a blingy kind of horse. He's like a whatever. I was talking to one of the girls at the barn. Girls, she's my age. I was talking to one of the girls at the barn the other day, and they were like we were describing our horses' personalities, and I was trying to think of how to describe Sunny. And if you've seen the TV show The Office, Sunny is Stanley. He's so over everything. He does not care. Just don't bother him. Just leave him alone. He's not excited about anything. He's not happy to be there, but he's just like, whatever. He's not unhappy. I guess I shouldn't say that. It's like he's not mad about anything because he comes to the gate for attention and to be ridden. You know, I don't have to run out to the field to catch him. I always catch our tacks first. And so I work our tacks first, and I'll bring him up to the front, and Sunny always follows us, and he'll sit at the gate. And sometimes he even like whinnies. He's like, hey, what about me? But he's totally like, that's his attitude. He's like, whatever. He doesn't get excited about anything. Unlike my horse, Artax, who gets excited about literally everything. Like everything is exciting. I've never seen him bored. The only time he seems to like be is like when we're done with a really long workout, and he's like, oh, all right. We're getting all the loose dirt off my tack here. What else do we love to do for stress relief? Because I need some more ideas, y'all. I need some more ideas besides hot. I can't have a hot bath and work out all the time. I can't. I love to eat for stress relief, but I also can't eat all the time. Okay, so between hot baths and eating and working out, that covers quite a lot of my time, but I'm still stressed out sometimes, and I need more stress relief activities. Some people use aromatherapy as stress relief. That's why I get these like $3 candles from Walmart, because they're not bad. They're not like, you know, Yankee Candle Company level of scentedness, but they're not bad. And this one is the like Alpine Forest or something like that. I wanted something that smelled like Christmas trees. So I got that one. And if you have problems with like after a while you can't smell the candle anymore, I just leave the room for a few minutes and do something else and then come back, because then like you're smelling it again. It's like, oh. All right, now I got to do my my boots. I got to wipe off my boots. I really don't clean my boots often enough. My boots would be lasting so much longer than they are. They are just a filthy, horrible mess. Ugh. I really should be cleaning them every week, wiping them down after every time I come back from the barn. I'm judging myself right now. That's not very stress reliefy. My half chaps have gotten really big on me, and I need to order some new ones. But we'll see. Maybe I'll get some Christmas money and I can get some new half chaps from Carrots. Right now I'm still wearing, hang on, can we do these are my new, now you get to see everything in the background. My new tights, my fleece line tights from Carrots. I don't need a lot of cold weather gear here in South Georgia, but on cold days, like my thin, summery weight riding tights just do not cut it. The skin of my legs gets cold and it starts to hurt and it makes me angry. And we don't want me angry. We don't. It's not okay. All right. I've started lifting weights this past month. Great stress so that I can growl if I, yeah, when you can be like, get that last rep up there. I've actually started not really like lifting weights, but like a strength training routine. One of my goals in 2022, one of my resolutions is to do real pull-ups. I want to do real pull-ups. Y'all, I was thinking about this the other day. Because right now we have a pull-up bar at our house. And of course, my husband and my son can do pull-ups. Show offs. Show offs. So I do assisted pull-ups. So that's where you like stand on a chair and you sort of use a chair to help you pull your body up. So like you don't want, what was that? So we've got like one foot on the chair to help pull yourself up, and then you sort of let go and you let your body weight down. So I'm doing assisted pull-ups right now. And I started thinking about it yesterday. I was like, I'm doing assisted pull-ups, which means I need help on the way up, and then I let myself down. Wow, if that is not a metaphor for my entire life. I need help on the way up, and then I let myself down. Okay. I'm back and I'm alive. Yay. Listening to music and sketching. Those are good too. I'll open up another tab on YouTube and I'll find like one of those lo-fi music. Like lately there's like oldies, but it's lo-fi. And they say oldies, but it's music like from when I was in high school. I'm like, is 80s music oldies now, really? So it's like 80s music, but it's like lo-fi. Anyway.
It's like the Charleston to Gen Z.
I guess. I don't know. Thanks. Thanks. I hate it. All right, let me find my saddle soap. So I like the lo-fi, and I'll just like put that on. There's another channel that I listen to that's more like these like soothing tones. And I can put that on in the background too. Reading is another one, like reading a novel, like not something for like, not like a manual, but like reading. I recently started going back to the library, which I love the library. The public library is just amazing to me. The fact that there's just a whole place full of books and you can just borrow them for free. I absolutely love that. All right, we're getting some saddle soap on our rag here. So exciting. We're about to do things. All right, so here I am cleaning my pieces. But so I've gotten back to the public library, and in Georgia, they have this system where it's connected to all the libraries in well, almost all the libraries in the entire state of Georgia. So if the book I want isn't in the system for like my county, they can get it from just about anywhere in Georgia. So you can like put it on hold and they'll bring it to the library and they email me when it gets here. And I'm like, okay, absolutely love that. So I've been reading this series, the Hollows series by Kim Harrison, which is like a modern fantasy series. So it like takes place in modern day, but it's all like witches and vampires and pixies and werewolves and demons and stuff like that, magic. I'm having fun with that. So like I'm getting to the end of the book that I'm on now. So that's when I will go to the library website and I'll put a hold on the next one in the series. And usually by the time I'm finished with the book, then the other one I'll get that ding notice, like your book, your hold is ready for pickup. Okay. I love that. I love getting my notice that my library books are ready. So I've also been checking out horse books out of the library. There's one that I found recently. If you follow my Instagram, you saw I found a book called Dressage for the Not So Perfect Horse. And I'm like, oh, someone's met my horses. But there were some great ideas there because it all depends on like the problems you have with your horse. Like there were problems for if your horse is lazy, that's Sunny. So like if your horse is lazy, here's what you do. And then I just cleaned all the pieces of Artax's bridle. And so then there's another one, like, if your horse, drops his head, if your horse is too fast. And then there were tips for if your horse wants to pay attention to everything except you. And I'm like, Okay, that's Artax. That's totally Artax because he really does. He wants to pay attention to everything except me. He's like, no, I want to play because he always wants to play. And when we do our rides, that's a workout. That's hard. He has to pay attention and he has to do stuff. So he's like, no, I want to play. All right, so now I am soaping up all of the pieces of Sunny's bridle. So we are getting that nice and soapy. Now sketching, Trish, I love your sketches. I follow you on Instagram, and your sketches have been showing up in my feed, and I'm loving it. I love the Inktober stuff that you did, and I love that you're still going. So those pop up. There's like an owl. I don't always like click the hearts. I really need to do that and like engage with people. But I love that. But to me, like sketching isn't always stress relief for me. Like I get too judgy about myself and about what I'm sketching, and it doesn't turn out the way that it doesn't turn out on the paper the way it's turning out in my mind, the way it looks in my mind, and it frustrates me. Do you have that? Blue Painted Heart. Alyssa, you're an artist as well. I follow your work on YouTube and Instagram as well. Do you find that art is relieving of your stress? Is it a stress reliever for you? Or do you find that you get all, excited about it and get uptight about it? I'm interested to know. What about you, Scott? Do you find it?
I find it very relaxing.
Scott is sketching right now.
If there is something that I don't know how to make and I'm too lazy to get to Google to use copies and it doesn't turn out right, I do get frustrated.
Okay. Because I'm just curious about that. Like people, right, yeah, or if it's just like a certain kind of sketching is soothing for you. Like, but you know what? Coloring. I have a couple of coloring books. I have one that's like, I have my my Cussing Unicorns coloring book where each page has these cartoon unicorns on it, and there's cuss words on it, and there's some pretty naughty ones. We've done that on the live stream, I think, where I colored something. But sometimes I find coloring very soothing. Like I'll put something on, I'll put on like a true crime documentary, a murder documentary, and then color. Color in my unicorns. Okay. Oh, so I'm like, okay, I'm done soaping. No, I have to do my boots now. I'm
too stiff and upright for general sketches.
Who was that?
That was Becca.
Oh, maybe. Okay. Come on, clean. This isn't even coming clean anymore. These are so like scuffed up that they're not even coming clean anymore. This is sad, everyone. All righty. But I wonder if you're an artist, if it's different for artists and non-artists. I don't consider myself to be a visual artist. Like I see myself as an artist because I make things and I do, I create things. But but not like a fine artist. Like I don't paint and I don't really draw. So I wonder if that's why like sketching and things like that aren't as soothing for me.
What about sketching horses?
I used to do that when I used to sketch horses when I was young. And honestly, horses are just about the only thing I can draw because that was all I drew when I was a child. I would just draw horses, and more horses. So I'm pretty good at drawing horses. But that's the only thing I'm pretty good at drawing. All right, we are getting these boots soaped up, y'all. All righty. I'm sad about how filthy my boots are. Like they've gotten so scuffed up that they're really never going to be shiny again. I'm getting warm in here now, which is not a bad thing, but I'm going to take off my extra equestrian's cropped hoodie. I bought this cropped hoodie and I've got more merch on underneath. Look at me double layering my merch. I bought this cropped hoodie and I was like, who wears a cropped hoodie? Like, is it just sleeves and a hood? Like, what even is that about? Who would need that? That sounds ridiculous. If I want a hoodie, don't I want it to cover everything and go all the way down? But I love this thing. I wear it around the house. I wear it to the barn. I sleep in it as pajamas. I absolutely love it. I get upset when I have to like put it in the laundry and it's in the wash. I'm like, but I'm getting a little warm now. So now we can look at my Unicorn Centaur t-shirt. Okay. Let me check in on the chat. Still lifes. Okay. Coloring is stressful. Interesting. Partially colorblind. You know what? I'm not colorblind, but I feel like I have a problem putting colors together. Like coming up with a color palette, I can't. It's weird, but like every time I try to, which is why I don't do things, it's hard to explain. When I try to create things, like I don't like the way, when I'm done with it, I don't like the way the colors go together. I don't feel like I put colors together very well. After Savannah, I left fine arts behind, but still craft. I feel like crafting is art. Like if you're creating something, that's art. I feel like there's a stigma with crafting. Like if you're making, like when knitting or crocheting. Oh, there's another stress relief. We'll talk about that. When I hear about my work boots from the factory. Oh my gosh. Oh, Blue Painted Heart, I'm sorry that you had a really stressful week. Then you need some of these stress relief tips, girl. All right, hang on, y'all. It is time to, where did my other thingy go? Here it is. Is that the soapy one or just the wet one? I just want to make sure. I'm like smelling things on my live stream. I'm glad y'all can't smell me. I'm still in all my barn business. I smell like the barn. Actually, the equestrians in the chat would probably love to smell me right now. I smell like horses. That's one of the things my son will say to me, that he's like, "Oh, you smell like horses." And I'm like, "Thank you." I love it. I love it. Thanks. Okay, where's my oil? I have some oil. I ran out of the really awesome mink oil. Here, let's put this oil right next to the open flame. Is that smart? Should I do that? I'm going to take this. We're going to use this rag. It's an oil rag. I used up my really good mink oil already. So today, if Adriana was here, she would be making fun of me, but I'm using olive oil. I feel almost every oil is oil. It's a fat, and it gets absorbed into the leather. The one thing, though, I have tried coconut oil on my bridles, and I found that it was a little bit thinner, and it didn't seem to be as rich, which is surprising me. I thought coconut oil would be like a rich, buttery kind of a lubricant for the leather. But no, I was incorrect. All right, I gotta be careful. I don't want to drip oil on my new carrots tights. All right, let me oil up my La Rosa bridle. And we oil our leather to keep it from drying and cracking, which is what happens if you don't clean your bridles enough or your tack. The saddles that I have, both of my saddles are synthetic, which means I can't use, on synthetic tack, you do not use regular saddle soap or oil. That's just a no. All you need to do is like a wet cloth and it's fine. All right, so we are oiling up my Equus La Rosa bridle, my beautiful bitless bridle, which I love more than life itself. Oh yeah, what did I say earlier? Knitting and crocheting for stress relief. I find it's not always stress relieving for me. If I'm doing like a new pattern or a complicated pattern, I can't really do anything else while I'm doing it. And I have to really concentrate on the pattern, like a fine lace or something that's really complicated on different rows. But if I want to do knitting or crocheting for stress relief, then I make like a dishcloth. I make dishcloths or start working on a scarf, something that I can just do the same stitch over and over again, or the same repeat of stitches over and over again. So just like a garter stitch scarf, and just knit, 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 knit all the way to the end of the row, then turn it over and then knit, 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 knit all the way. I don't have to think about that. I can watch a movie. or a true crime documentary. Um, I can have something on, like I put on a YouTube playlist that I have. I'll see interesting videos that I like on YouTube and I'll put them on a playlist. And then when I need stress relief, I go put my playlist on and then I do the stress relief, the knitting or the crocheting. So that's one way I use knitting and crocheting as stress relief. Um, Am I oiling this enough? I don't know if I am. Hang on, just add a little bit more oil. Just want to make sure that the pieces that dry out and are in a cracking area are nice and oiled up. Okay, it looks like that bridle is oiled. Let's move on to Sunny's. So, factory, they paid for a new pair of steel toes every year, sometimes 6 months. So I got a brand new pair and had a new dog at home. Dog tried to eat the toes. Shoe marks down to the steel toe. Boy, the dog learned something, didn't it? The dog learned. Sometimes learning hurts your teeth. I mean, it's just, sometimes learning is painful. I really hate those painful lessons. All right, we are now oiling Sunny's bridle. Yay, Sunny. Sunny, I've just been doing long trail rides with lately. There's a couple of trails that we go on that I just take him for long walks. And I usually save, like, we don't do a lot of arena work. I don't really do any trotting or cantering unless his feet have just been done. If his feet are freshly done, because for those who don't know, Sunny has navicular degeneration in his front feet. And as he gets older, it will get worse. And this is a painful condition, and it's a degenerative condition that with his shoes that he gets special shoes from the farrier that make it less painful for him, or like not painful for him to walk and to do his thing. So I tend to only do like harder work with him or ask more of him when the farrier's just been here, when I know he's had recent support for his feet. And so then we'll do some trotting and maybe even some cantering. And he enjoys it. Like when I get him trotting and cantering, he starts to want to go and do more. And he likes to do it. He remembers that used to be his job. But when it's like the farrier's coming next Sunday, so when we've got just like a week left, like I don't know how his feet feel necessarily, so we just go for walks. We just walk on the trails. Like we went for a trail ride today, about 50 minutes, walking through the beautiful woods. I love the views down here, y'all. I've been thinking about that as I'm riding my horses lately, that I'm so lucky that this is like the best time of my entire life, having my own horses and riding them through the forest like a magical fairy princess. Like this can't last forever, you know? I know there will be, if I live long enough, you know, like when I'm 100, like even the Queen of England, loving her horses. She has, I don't know if y'all saw this, but just recently, Her Majesty has had to stop riding. And she has these beautiful horses that, of course, I'm sure are trained, you know, just for her. But she's had some physical difficulties and is unable to ride anymore. And honestly, that kind of broke my heart. Not that I care much about the British royal family as an American, but as an equestrian, like I understand that riding horses has always been one of her stress reliefs, one of her things that she does. And if I live long enough, there will come a point where I can't ride horses anymore. Or there may be a time when I cannot financially afford to have my horses anymore. And I don't even want to think about that. I'll start to cry. But like me, riding horses through the woods cannot possibly last forever for whatever reason. And I just think about that. I don't want to take that for granted as I ride. I'm so in love with it. I'm so in love with them. And I just feel so grateful and so lucky. Throat latch. Oh, this shines up so pretty. Can you see how shiny it is? So whatever you have going on in your life that you absolutely love, like, don't take it for granted. Love every minute of it. Love every second of it. I appreciate every moment of being with these two horses. And my horses are not like expensive, fancy show horses either. Like, nobody's winning any prizes, okay? They're like cheap, doopy, derpy horses. But I love them so much. And I'm so grateful for this time that I have. So I really should be, my point is, I should be cleaning their tack more often. Like, if I really appreciate these big babies, I need to be making sure they have cleaned and oiled and lovely tack. Like, look at these reins. I need like new braided reins. My braided reins are coming apart, as braided reins do. The little leather braids that are in there for grip. At some point they'll break. And then you've got the little things to deal with on the ends. All right, it's time to oil. I've got Sunny's bridle oiled. I've got Artax's bridle oiled. It is time to oil my boots. Yay. Okay. The toes are really where it needs it. So let's work that in there. Up on the ankles, that's where my half chaps cover. And so it doesn't get as roughed up as the toes do. Those toes get worked over, man. In the muddy puddles, in the dirt of the arena. Okay. Getting shiny, getting shiny. Well, as shiny as the toe can get at any rate. All right. One more to oil. We are going to, what time is it, Scott?
4:41.
4:41. Oh, we're going to need to do the, I'm not going to do the waterproofing on the bridles, but I will on my boots. We need to do the giveaway. I'm going to give away a Unicorn Centaur coffee mug. It is that warm beverage time of year. Maybe a cup of hot tea is stress relieving for you. And so I am going to send one lucky chat participant a Unicorn and Centaur coffee mug. I have two of the coffee mugs. There are 3 designs in my Etsy shop. There's the Quit Being Extra Unicorn design, which I don't have one of those. I need to get one. And then there's the Extra Equestrians coffee mug, and then the Unicorn and Centaur design. And those are.
Becca says hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate,
yeah.
yes.
And I was thinking hot cider is very stress relieving for me, and I don't know why.
You like that hot cider, huh?
Yeah, until now.
That always makes me think of like Glühwein, which was it's a German warm spiced wine. Like, they had it everywhere when I lived in Germany. It's like red wine, and it's mulled with spices, cinnamon and cloves and ginger and stuff. And it's so good. And oh my gosh, you can just, like, on the street corner, get a cup of Glühwein. Okay, hang on. So in a minute, y'all, drum roll, whoever's in the chat, we're going to take down some names and do a drawing. Here's the Extra Equestrians mug, and I have the Unicorn and Centaur mug, and I have the Extra Equestrians mug, and I drink coffee out of one of those every single morning, and lately every afternoon. I've been doing afternoon coffee lately. The book series I told y'all that I was reading, like, in every chapter, somebody's talking about making coffee, or they hear coffee making or smell coffee brewing. The author has an obsession with coffee. And after a while of reading these books, I'm like, I really need a cup of coffee. I don't know what time it is, but I need some coffee. So I started making coffee in the afternoons, and I'm now addicted to afternoon coffee. Thanks, Kim Harrison. So I got hot chocolate. Yes, you can have hot chocolate in these mugs as well. Trail rides are a great way to de-stress. Well, it depends on your horse. Trail riding on Artax, my horse Artax, my Arabian, he's terrified on trail rides. I can only take him on the trails if I have another horse leading or if I have someone on the ground. Like my son Liam comes with me every once in a while. And when he does, I beg him to go walking on the trails with me with Artax. Because if Artax has Liam in his eyesight or someone down there, he's okay. He can't see me up on his back. So when we're on the trails, he's terrified of everything, even though like the same deer that are in these woods are the same deer that I see him grazing with out in the paddock. Like the deer will come down and graze in the paddock with him. So if they're in his paddock, they're his best friends. But if they're in the woods, they're terrifying. I don't understand it. So we go out on the trails. If I try to ride him out alone, he spends the whole time trying to wheel and bolt back to the barn and just being excited, being afraid of everything. So it's really not de-stressing. It's not stress relief. It's work, and it's a little bit nerve-wracking, pardon me, for the rider. The other day we went out with one of the other barn ladies who has a horse that can lead on the trails. And so she led, and then there was another woman hand walking a horse who has an injury who can be walked. So she was hand walking, and then Artax was behind. Artax spent the first 20 minutes of our 30-minute trail ride jigging, just like trotting in place, trotting in place. I had to I'm just holding onto his face the whole time. I'm like, sir, please, no, God. He wanted his nose all the way up the horse's butt right in front of him. And he would not we have to keep a safe distance. This is not safe. I'm trying to keep him where he's supposed to be. And he was just trotting in place. And finally, by the end of our trail ride, he had finally, I wouldn't say he had calmed down, but he was not trying to trot in place anymore. So that was nice. But Sunny will go just about anywhere I point him. I can almost fall asleep on Sunny. Sunny's one of those horses that I could ride him down to the local bar, get drunk off my butt, and then pass out on his back, and he would bring me home. I have not tried that, but maybe I should. Maybe I should. That sounds fun. Maybe not getting passed out drunk, but he's definitely one of those horses that I could do just about anything on. And my trail rides on Sunny are 100% stress relief. I take deep breaths. The scenery is absolutely amazing. I'm just like, even though I've seen all of these trees before and I've been on these trails for years, it never gets old. It's just absolutely beautiful and wonderful the whole time. So with all that's left to do is put my bridles back together and to waterproof my boots. Who wants a mug? Who's in for the drawing? I have not gotten my Unicorn shower cap down yet, but y'all let me know who needs a Unicorn and Centaur mug. Because I'm going to write down my names in this little book here, and then I'm going to cut them up and put them in the Unicorn shower cap. Okay, let's take the waterproofing stuff while we're waiting for people to say they want in. I'm going to waterproof my boots while we're waiting for everybody to join. And again, we really need this to happen on the toes of the boots. Waterproofing. Now your boots will only stay waterproof if you don't get the little cracks in the sides here. If you keep them nice and clean.
I think Trish and Becca.
Trish and Becca. All right. I will check back in just a second and get everybody's names down. Thank you, Scott.
And Blue Painted Heart.
Blue Painted Heart. Anyone else who is in the chat? I don't know. Sheila is still in the chat. If she needs a Unicorn and Centaur mug. Patrons, by the way, patrons get a discount on anything that is in my Etsy store. If you are one of my patrons or if you sign up for my Patreon, I will send you a code that gets you a discount. I think it's the Centaur and the Unicorn level patrons that get discounts on merch. So I think one is like a 10% discount and the other one is a 15% discount. Maybe it's a 20. It's been a while since I checked. So, all right, let me waterproof my other boot. And then I will write down some names. If you are just joining the chat, we are about to do a mug giveaway. I'm giving away a Unicorn and Centaur coffee mug with this logo on it. It is a white coffee mug with a black Unicorn and Centaur logo. If you win one, I will send it to you, and then you can have your morning coffee or hot chocolate just like I do every single morning. and a Unicorn Centaur mug because I am full of myself. Right? I wear my merch everywhere. I use my merch because it's good stuff. I love it. So I need little business cards because usually, especially when I wear the Quit Being Extra t-shirt, people are always like, I love that shirt. And I need to have a little card to be like, you can buy one yourself. You can get one of your own. All right, hang on. We're almost done here. We're almost done. Who keeps texting me? It's my sister, which means she's not watching the live stream. I'm judging her.
Dun, dun.
I know. I busted her not watching my live stream. Unless she is, and she's just not in the chat. She's texting me. My mom used to do that. Who remembers the days when my mom would watch the chat, but she didn't know how to like sign into YouTube, so she couldn't be in the live chat, and she would have to like keep texting me during the chat. I'm like, Mom, Mother. All right, there we go with my waterproof boots. Boots are done. I'm feeling good about that. I just have to put my bridles together. All right, who did we say was in Blue Painted Heart? Write these down. Blue Painted Heart, Trish, and Becca. We'll give it a couple more minutes just in case somebody else wants to join in on the fun. We've got like 10 more minutes left until 5. We'll see if I can put my bridles back together. Who wants to test me? All right. Let's get the brow band back on. Sunny's bridle. Oh, wait. There is an up and down to this and brow band. I forget. Okay. That is the up. Is there a front and back? No.
Becca believes me.
Right. No. Okay. Here's the front and here's the back. Y'all, this is the best part, is watching me try to put my bridles back together. I have put it together with the brow band upside down, and I didn't know until I put it on Sunny again. And I'm like, why won't this fit? Why does this look weird? I don't understand. Okay. So we'll get this back on. I think the cheek pieces go in the middle, and then the noseband goes on the front part. I'm not sure exactly where this goes, but we can adjust it on Sunny when I get to the barn. Hey, it's probably not the last one. He's got kind of a big head. Sunny is my big head, and Artax is my little pony head. Of course, he's an Arabian, and a lot of Arabians have delicate heads. And if this is put back together wrong, I will fix it. Okay, I will fix it. So cheek pieces going back on the headstall. That looks like it goes in that one. Okay. Get the keepers up. Let's put this noseband on. Let's make this noseband happen. Sunny, it's okay. I can always adjust it on him and he'll sit there patiently. If I have to pull on, I just spit on myself. If I have to pull on straps on Artax's face, he's always like, what are you doing? Was I bad? What's happening? So, but the thing with the La Rosa bridle is, did I put this on backwards? I put this on backwards. Shh, shh.
Isn't technically the screen reversed, so it's going on the right way?
No, that's not how this works. This is like the opposite side of the noseband has to go the same way as the brow band. All right.
Would it be reversed if you lived in Australia? Don't you have some Australian?
Well, if one side goes one way and the other side goes the other way, if they're not, they both have to go the same direction, whether it's opposite or not.
I'm just trying to.
You are just trying to. You're just trying to. Will you grab my unicorn shower cap for me? I'm going to give you something to do so you quit trying to mess me up. Oh, no, I'm making the old man get up.
It's my day off. I'm not supposed to be moving.
Okay, unicorn shower cap. Da, da, da. Okay. Let me get this throat latch on. I only attach it on this side, unless we're riding. Okay. There we go. Sunny is ready for his bit to be back on. Let me put that on correctly. There we go. Bit back on. So yeah, anybody else in the chat want to join the drawing for a coffee mug or a hot chocolate mug? Not everyone drinks coffee. I love me some coffee, but not everyone drinks coffee. What? I know, right?
Crazy.
It is crazy. Oh, you know what else you can do? Go get the Diet Dr. Pepper out of the freezer before it explodes.
Oh my God.
Speaking of caffeine fix, y'all, that's one of the things, my New Year's resolution, one of my New Year's resolutions in 2022 is to really give up that Diet Dr. Pepper. It is a fiend. I cannot give it up. Did I get that right? Did we do that right? We did. So I am going to hopefully give that up in 2022. I make no promises for 2023. I may go right back to it. But sometimes, like if I didn't put one in the fridge to get it cold, we'll put it in the freezer. But if you forget about them in the freezer, they explode. They're explodey. All right, let me make sure this doesn't twist up. Okay, there we go.
It wasn't in the freezer, it was in the fridge.
Was it? What? Was it in the fridge?
Yeah.
Oh, then did you put it in the freezer? Go put it in the freezer. I didn't put it in the freezer. Y'all. I need to put it in the freezer so it's cold. So I can, oh no, I did this wrong. Okay. All right, I am almost done. I'm ready to do this. Even though I haven't put my La Rosa bridle back together again. Okay, I've got Sunny's bridle cleaned and oiled and back together and shiny. Yay! So I can ride my pony. Okay, let me cut these out. Becca, I believe in you. Thank you, Becca. Somebody needs to believe in me, y'all. All right. All right, last chance for people to get in on this hot mug action. If you're in the chat and you're being shy, you don't have to be shy. I love you. You don't have to be shy. This is a safe place for you here on my YouTube channel. Okay, we've got a little thingy with everyone's name on it. And I want to put my other bridle together real quick. No, you know what? Do we have anybody else joining in? Let's give everybody one more chance while I'm putting this bridle back together. La Rosa, there we go. One more chance for anyone to join the chat to get a Unicorn and Centaur hot beverage mug. Okay, getting all my keepers in. Okay. I may not get the wheels put back on this before I do the thing because I have to look at that. I have to look at it, make sure I'm putting it together right in the right holes. Putting it in the right holes. Oh, and I'm going to put this new noseband on. Right. You know what? I'm going to do that after I can look at it. Let's do the thing. We've got this part put back together. Let's put the wheel on, and then I'll do the noseband after. I'll do it after because I'm going to have to look it up. Come on. I know it goes on the very last one because Artax has a little delicate pony face. He has a little delicate pony face. All right, the beautiful, beautiful wheels. Remember the beautiful wheels. These are called flower wheels, I believe. There are different types of hardware for bitless bridles, and this is a flower wheel hackamore because the wheels look like little flowers. Okay, and y'all, I forgot to put the stinking brow band on. I may just do it without it. The maker of these bridles She rides without the brow band, and she says it's not necessary. Of course, the brow band is what I attach his unicorn horn to. I will make that decision in a minute. Let's do the drawing. Where did you get that? No, Big Brother, I went. What? Okay.
I think that's it.
Yeah, blue painted heart. Alyssa, I didn't quite get that last comment. So I've got the 3 names in our, mixing them all up, got our 3 names in my unicorn shower cap, and I'm not looking, I am reaching down in to see who wins. And it's Becca. Becca wins a mug. All right, Becca, I think I have your address. I may have actually written it down somewhere, unless you changed your address in the last year or so. But I will message you and make sure that I know exactly what your address is so I can get you a mug, a Unicorn Centaur mug, and get it mailed to you. Congratulations, Becca. I am not going, what time is it? It's like 5 o'clock. I'm going to finish putting together my La Rosa bridle after the live stream because I've got to go work on some dinner. I'm getting hungry and I'll put that back together with the new noseband. So we're going to end the live stream. I got all my bridles cleaned and oiled. I got my boots cleaned and oiled and waterproofed. That's more than I usually get done on these tack things. Usually I just get my boots done and then call it a day. Thank you so much to all my Patreon members. Thank you to everybody who showed up in the chat today. All my regulars. I love y'all so much. We're going to do a special, the next live stream is going to be like the day after Christmas. And I want to talk about self-care goals, like goals for 2022. And I want to talk New Year's resolutions, and I want to talk a little bit about self-care and taking care of yourself and all that kind of stuff. So that's going to be, because everybody makes New Year's resolutions that to make yourself better. Does that make sense? Like bettering yourself. So we want to talk about that a little bit next time. So have a good holiday. I will. Yes, you too, Trish. So I won't see y'all again until after Hanukkah, after the solstice, and after Christmas. I mean, for the live stream. I've got 3 videos planned for December, including a Centaur of Attention video and a review of these fleece lined tights that I'm wearing right now. So I've got those videos coming out in December, but I won't see y'all live again until after all the holidays except for New Year's. So thank you so much to everybody who showed up today. I love having y'all in the chats, and have a delicious dinner. Practice your stress relief until next time. And we are going to end this live stream. Thank you for showing up today.